So online lately, I've been hearing a lot of language that sounds a lot like humans and machines are kind of the same thing. I've been hearing people say things like, we have a limited amount of bandwidth, which is a technological term to describe how much information either our body can manage or how much more work we can do. I've heard people say, well, we just got to delete that out of our minds as though it's just a little file sitting in our brains. We've even talked about our brains like they're hard drives, and we just got to keep that hard drive clean and make sure that we don't put anything in it that we don't want. I've even heard people using more and more technological language to describe themselves. I even heard an insurance company at one point describe us as the ultimate human machine. Now, as a communication professor, language matters a lot to me because the kind of language you use tells you the kinds of metaphors and images I'm trying to describe something in, as both helping to clarify for people what's going on, but also as dominant in trying to tell you the background and foundational knowledge necessary to engage with other people. Why is this a problem? Simple. Humans are not machines. We're not. We're not machines. What do I mean? Our bodies are not hardware. You have a laptop, a computer, a phone that has an actual physical case. It's got a little touch screen, maybe it's got keys on it if you're talking about a laptop. That's all hardware. That's all physical objects that we can use. But our bodies aren't hardware. Case in point, if your screen breaks on your phone, you can simply replace it and go get a new screen, put it on there, it'll work again. If one of the keys goes out on your keyboard, you can actually get that replaced. The screen stops working, you can just replace it. You can even just buy a new screen. Or you can take the information off your old laptop and put it in a new one. Why? Because hardware is replaceable. Human body is not that easy to replace. Let's be honest, every time we do something to our body, like we put a new hip in, we put a new heart in, we're not actually getting something better. We're trading off for some things to keep us alive that are not actually better than the one that we had before. The things that we have in our bodies that make us who we are not simply parts that can just be changed out like we're some kind of car and we just get new tires. Our bodies are these beautifully intricate creations by God that have skin cells, that have nerves in them, that have blood pumping through them, that work so perfectly that we almost don't even notice half the stuff that they're doing until something goes wrong. On top of that, our mind and the internal side of us is not software. It is not simply something that can be rewritten whenever we'd like it to be. We have a personality. We have memories. We have engagements. We have things that we've done in our lives, lived experiences. We have a soul that's rational mind and these relational emotions. We have really, really, really powerful wills and these amazing imaginations. These are not things that machines possess. These are things that make us human. And while I understand there's people that are trying to figure out how to enhance the human body and make it better and stronger and faster because they think technology is going to take us to the next level of evolution, they've not been able to even do something as simple as recreate human creativity. You are never going to see a machine make you a brand new Van Gogh. It's not going to happen. Make you a beautiful new film. It's not going to happen. It will simply be piecing together old things that can analyze to say, here's a remix of what's happening. And maybe that's interesting, but it's not really generative or creative, is it? To do that, you have to be a human. You have to be a human being with a body and a soul that will last forever, by the way. A body and a soul that are not hardware and software, that cannot be reproduced, that cannot be replaced. Because you are a human being. You're not a machine.